57, 40 years in the coaching lab, I'm going to tell you something that the fitness industry does not want you to believe. You can build real muscle after 40, not just maintain it, but build it. More than you built in your 30s if you do it right. But here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. The way you build muscle after 40 is completely different than the way you built it at 22. And most men are using the 22-year-old playbook in a 40-year-old body. That's why they're not growing. That's why they're getting hurt. And that's exactly why we're fixing it today. Here's what's happening in gyms right now. Men over 40 are walking in and doing exactly what they did in their 20s. Same heavy weight, same rep range, same split, same everything. And the fitness industry is cheering them on because the fitness industry sells supplements built for 22-year-old hormones. And they slap that model onto a 40-year-old body. Think about it. After 40, two things happen hormonally that change everything. Testosterone drops, which slows your protein synthesis. That's the process that actually builds the muscle. And your cortisol response to heavy training spikes higher and stays elevated longer. Cortisol, the stress hormone. And here's what most men don't know. Cortisol eats muscle tissue. The harder you push with the wrong approach, the more cortisol floods your system and the less muscle you actually build. You could be working the hardest and literally train yourself backwards. That's the trap. Now here's where it gets interesting. My ancestors figured this out 2,000 years ago. They didn't have cortisol studies. They didn't have labs, but they built physiques that people are still carving in marble today. And the reason why, something modern bodybuilding completely walked away from. Let me prove it. Modern bodybuilding chases mass. More weight, more volume, more inflammation, more cortisol. My ancestors chased mastery, optimal function, controlled movements, full range of motion. And here's the science behind why that matters. When you train with controlled movement through full range, when you slow down and own the rep, you recruit more muscle fibers than when you throw the weight around and let momentum do the work. The guys chasing max weight are getting less muscle activation because their form breaks down under load. They're getting inflammation and cortisol spikes. And that combination over 40 is a recipe for staying exactly where you are or backwards. Training for function is a better physique than training for trophy. That's just not a motto. That is biology. So what does that actually look like? 3 rules. Apply all 3. That is the Greek Freak blueprint. Rule 1, slow down the eccentric phase. The lowering phase every single rep. 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. Bench press, 3 seconds down. Squats, 3 seconds down. Curl, 3 seconds down. And why does this matter so much? 2 reasons. First, slow eccentric build more mechanical tension in the muscle fiber. And mechanical tension is the #1 driver for muscle growth. Period. The research is clear on this. You generate more muscle tension with the slow 3-second lower than you do with the fast 2 reps. Second, slow eccentrics build stronger tendons and ligaments over time. That's what keeps you training consistently for years, not just months. Most men over 40 are rushing the lowering phase and keeping all the gains on the floor with every single rep. Slow down and you will feel the difference in the first set. Stay with me because rule 2 is where most men over 40 are leaving muscle on the table. And almost nobody is talking about this. Rule 2, you need to train in multiple rep ranges, not just heavy, not just light, in both. Here's why this is critical after 40. Your fast twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for explosiveness, power, and size. They decline after 40 and you cannot completely stop this process, but you can slow it down significantly. Heavy sets in the 5 to 8 rep range challenge those fast twitch muscle fibers directly. Moderate sets in the 10 to 15 rep range build the slow twitch muscle fibers that give you that dense, carved, defined look. Both ranges every week. Greeks didn't just train one-dimensional. They trained for explosive power and for sustained strength and endurance. And that's why their physiques look complete, not inflated. Not one-dimensional, proportional and complete. Here's your assignment starting this week. Pick 1 exercise per muscle group. Do 2 heavy sets, 5 to 8 reps, and 2 moderate sets, 10 to 15 reps. Give it 4 weeks. Your pump will be different, your definition will be different, and your joints will thank you. Rule 3, protein timing, not just total protein timing. After 40, your protein synthesis window, the period after training where your body is actively building muscle, is shorter than it was at 22. It peaks hard in 30 minutes after training and drops off faster in older men. The research is consistent on this. You need 30 to 40 minutes of quality protein within 30 minutes of your session, not 2 hours later, not after you shower and drive home, and get around to it within 30 minutes. And throughout the day, distribute your protein across 4 meals minimum. Not a big dinner, not 2 large meals. 4, because after 40, your body can effectively use 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal for actual muscle building. Beyond that, your body processes it as energy or waste. Think about it. You could be hitting your protein number every single day and still not building muscle because the timing is wrong and the distribution is wrong. That is fixable, and it starts today. I'm Tony Romanis, 40 years in the coaching lab. I've worked with men at every level, beginners to elite athletes. The ones who apply these 3 rules consistently build more real muscle in 6 months than most men do in 2 years doing it the wrong way. Slow eccentric, train multiple rep ranges, time your protein. That's the Greek Freak Blueprint. Don't just watch the movie. Start the transformation. Grab the Greek Freak Blueprint below. Train like a warrior, eat like an athlete, and build something that lasts. Now I want to hear from you. What's your biggest challenge right now trying to build muscle after 40? Is it the training, the diet, or the recovery? Drop in the comments right now. I read every single one. Comment, like, subscribe. Opa! Remember to like, comment on exercise, and subscribe for more movies related to elite athletes.